Markets are sending mixed signals today as investors weigh competing narratives. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. Here is your complete Forex market briefing for August 23rd. Currency markets are being driven by a complex mix of central bank policy, geopolitical risk, and shifting growth expectations. Let us break it all down. Here is a snapshot of how the major currency pairs are trading today. Euro to US dollar is trading at 1.17, gaining 0.04% on the session. The world's most traded pair is driven by ECB versus Fed rate differentials. The move in the dollar reflects reports that gold regains momentum as weak dollar, safe haven demand and seasonal buying support prices, The Economic Times. Pound sterling to US dollar is trading at 1.36, gaining 0.04% on the session. Sterling is highly sensitive to UK inflation data and Bank of England rate guidance. Currency markets are reacting to cash jumps 48% to over $800 as grayscale spot ETF push adds to next Bitcoin buzz. US dollar to Japanese yen is trading at 158.94, gaining 0.42% on the session. Dollar yen tracks the US-Japan rate differential and Bank of Japan intervention risk. Currency markets are reacting to why does the USD outlook depend on UST and Fed policy credibility. USD SGD is trading at 0.7878, gaining 0.17% on the session. The Singapore dollar reflects Asian FX sentiment, trade flows, and MAS monetary policy. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Australian dollar to US dollar is trading at 0.7175, gaining 0.78% on the session. The Aussie dollar closely tracks commodity prices, especially iron ore, and Chinese growth signals. Equity markets are responding to reports that Japanese yen rises as inflation data bolsters BOJ rate hike expectations, Cryptorank. US dollar to Chinese yuan is trading at 0.1488, gaining 0.03% on the session. The onshore yuan reflects PBOC daily fixings, US-China trade dynamics, and capital flow controls. The move in the dollar reflects reports that gold regains momentum as weak dollar, safe haven demand and seasonal buying support prices, The Economic Times. US dollar to Indian rupee is trading at 95.71, losing 0.06% on the session. The Indian rupee tracks RBI monetary policy, FII and FPI capital flows, and US-India interest rate differentials. Currency markets are reacting to cash jumps 48% to over $800 as grayscale spot ETF push adds to next Bitcoin buzz. Now let us look at the macro forces behind today's currency moves. On the geopolitical front, this comes as S&P 500 inches lower as Middle East tensions outweigh tech gains, WTVB, adding pressure to energy markets. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. The key macro overlay remains monetary policy. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Any surprise in the rate path could trigger outsized moves. Equity markets are responding to reports that Dow Jones futures fall as oil prices, Bitcoin jump, Walmart skids on earnings, Investors Business Daily. The move in the dollar reflects reports that gold regains momentum as weak dollar, safe haven demand and seasonal buying support prices, The Economic Times. Currency markets are reacting to cash jumps 48% to over $800 as grayscale spot ETF push adds to next Bitcoin buzz. Our near-term view on Australian dollar to US dollar. With Australian dollar to US dollar moving sideways today, the market is effectively waiting for a fresh catalyst. The $0.7354 level above and $0.6996 below are the levels to monitor for the next directional signal. Currency markets can move fast and unexpectedly. Central bank surprises, geopolitical shocks, and data prints are the key risks to monitor. Here is your market watch list heading into the next session. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. We do the research so you do not have to hours of analysis distilled into actionable daily briefings. If that is valuable, please hit the like button. It is the single best way to support independent market analysis and help us reach more investors. Subscribe and turn on notifications for tomorrow's briefing. Drop your view in the comments. Are you bullish or bearish from here? That wraps up today's coverage from MTRS_Market Pulse. This content is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own research. Stay disciplined, and we will see you tomorrow. That is your Forex briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe for daily currency coverage.